Polish activists acquitted of blasphemy charges for LGBT Virgin Mary. Yay! So we have been covering the story. We've been following the story. And we actually had our own addition to this. So if you guys have been following, 3 Polish women who were accused of desecrating the Virgin Mary's image in quote unquote offending religious feelings were recently acquitted in court. The case began in April 2019 when the women displayed posters and stickers around Plock, Poland to oppose what one of them described as the quote exclusion of LGBT people from society. According to local news, the judge stated in his verdict, quote, the activists' activities were provocative, but aimed at drawing attention to the homophobic and harmful decor in the church in Plock. They did it to show that such actions were unacceptable. It was not the intention of the activists to insult anyone's religious feelings or to insult the image of the Mother of God. Their actions were aimed at protecting people who were discriminated against. So they could have faced up to 2 years in prison for this picture that's on the screen here, which is basically a repurposing of a famous painting that has a name in Polish that's very complicated, but it's also known as the Black Madonna. And they put an LGBT halo on it. And the charges have been dropped.
Okay. This is really good news. And I don't mean to sound like ungrateful or whatever.
I bet we're going to have the same criticism.
However, did they just say that the reason why this was not a crime was because the intention was not to offend anybody?
Yeah.
So wait, so they're suggesting that showing a picture, just having a picture of Mother Mary with the rainbow halo, if the intention was to offend people, then that would actually justify 2 years in prison? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yeah.
What the hell, Poland? Like, okay, like, guys, if this is what we could expect from a European country, part of the EU, okay, this is the excuse other countries have for like, well, yes, we have blasphemy laws. Yeah, I know they don't kill people for it, but they imprison them. They still have the laws. So it's just like, you guys think like, oh, like Iran, guys, yeah. I'm not making this up. They go and look at, like, when people complain about blasphemy laws in countries like Iran or in India, they give examples like this, like, look, Poland has blasphemy laws. Like, you guys who, you're human rights activists who keep saying like, oh, India or Iran or Pakistan, they have to like come and like join the rest of the civilized world, the Western enlightened countries. Like, oh, really? Well, look at Poland. Look at Poland. They have blasphemy laws. And the only reason why these people didn't go to prison is because apparently the court decided that the intention was not to offend people. So that means that if the intention is to offend people, then it justifies people going to prison.
Yeah.
Amazing. Rivka?
Also, regardless, your point is very valid. And regardless of whether they were acquitted or not, the police raided her home and seized her possessions over a blasphemy charge. So that speaks exactly to what you're talking about. Like, oh, it's so bad over there, but it's not like that here. Well, they raided her home and seized her possessions because of a rainbow Virgin Mary. That was the crime. She didn't commit physical violence against anyone. She didn't steal anything. She didn't hurt children. No. She made a picture and put it up. And that justified, not only did they raid her home and seize things, but apparently they interrogated her, one of these women, for hours. So it just shows you that it does have significant consequences, real world consequences.
I also wanted to highlight, I thought this was interesting. I recently learned that one of the women involved in this case is actually Christian. She said, I still wonder how the rainbow, quote, a symbol of diversity and tolerance, offends these feelings. I cannot understand it, especially since I am a believer, she said. But
Again, I like that. She's right. However,
that's a terrible justification.
Yeah, because again, her argument is that this shouldn't offend people, and that's why this shouldn't be a crime. This shouldn't be a crime, even if it offends people, even if it was intentionally offending people. Anyway, sorry.
And acquitting people because of their intent can have some serious repercussions. So I didn't intend to push you down the stairs and break your leg, but that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
So does that make me not responsible for battery?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
According to Polish media, the court did not see any evidence of a crime. They found the activists were not trying to offend the feelings of anyone's religious feelings. They just wanted to defend LGBTQ victims of discrimination. And it was so funny when I was reading this. I knew immediately. I'm like, oh, we're gonna all have the same criticism. The judge underscored that LGBTQ people have a place in the church, and he referenced letters from members of the church who said that they were not offended by the rainbow haloed image. He also added, quote, there are no such sexual acts in the painting, and only such acts are considered a sin in the teaching of the church. And so I think this is why, last week we covered Polish metal musician Adam Nergal-Darski's charges that have been brought against him for offending religious feelings. And he started what is called Ordo Blasphema, which is a fund for legal expenses for artists and others who are charged with blasphemy in Poland. And I really hope that they have an ongoing fight to overturn this, period. Because Armin's saying, this is bad justification for why it should be acquitted. However, offending religious feelings, if that is the person's intention, in Polish law, that is a crime. So
I'm sorry, but I was piggybacking on that by saying, and you notice that the judge sort of, gives something to, the word escapes me, but he's referring to the church as part of his ruling. So what the church thinks plays a role in his secular, supposedly law ruling. So yeah, it's exactly what you're saying.
All right. Given what Susie said, I'm going to show the art with Nergal and Mother Mary in celebration.
But what about our own LGBT Mary?
Oh, yes. Okay, never mind.
That's the one that we made because of this.
Yeah, actually, okay, let me find it. You're right. You're right. Hold on. Where is our version?
So,
version.
Earlier, when we were doing coverage of these three women, their ongoing court case, we decided to create our own LGBT Virgin Mary in solidarity with them. Except we made ours a lot sexier. Of course, who do you think we are? And you know what? This is intended to offend your religious feelings.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to first show you the Nergal one with Mother Mary while I find the Halo one as well, okay? So this is... Are you seeing it on screen?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you explain this while I find the Mother Mary with the Safe for Work version of the Mother Mary.
Yes. So last week we covered the story of I think if you just look on our YouTube page for a Polish musician found guilty of offending religious feelings. So Adam, aka Nergal, of the band extreme metal band Behemoth, he's faced blasphemy charges in Poland before for a number of different offenses. And the latest one is because he posted a picture of a boot on the top of presumably a picture of the Virgin Mary. And he posted it like 2 years ago, and some conservative lawmakers they found it recently and filed charges against him, and it was a prescriptive sentence, so he didn't even get his chance to defend himself in court. But he's fighting it. Anyways, so Kenji, I guess it was, in the live chat was like, you should do an art of Mary licking his boots. And I was like, this is a genius idea. Because if the photo is of a boot on the Virgin Mary. So wait, what did I write on the website? So if you go to blasphemousart.com, you can see all the art we've been working on. And I always include a little blurb that kind of explains it. So I said, Adam Nerwoldarski of the Polish extreme metal band Behemoth is currently facing a legal battle for offending religious feelings after posting a photo of a boot stepping on a painting that appears to be the Virgin Mary. And then I added, we think that Mary is offended by the Polish authorities kink shaming her.
Guys, by the way, if you guys want to see the not so safe, the 18 plus not safe for work version of all this art, you could go to blasphemousart.com. I do want to show, you know what, the reason why I'm being very careful when I'm opening this art is because I want to make sure I don't accidentally open the nude versions, because I think YouTube is just going to nuke us out. So I'm being very, very careful right now.
We can't bring the Bob's and Vagine on the main.
Yeah, I found the Halo, Mother Mary Halo one that we did.
Okay, let's do it.
This
Yay!
Is this is good. Look at the AR tattoo, by the way.
It's so good. The Sacred Heart, everything.
The Sacred Heart, the LGBT Halo.
I love that we always have the tattoo in there.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. Our queen is saying, y'all, it's not safe for work as hell. Check it out.
On Patreon. The not safe for work of this one is really good.
Oof,
it's really good.
This is one of our best. Yeah. Anyway,
wait, didn't we have another safer work version that had a wrap around her waist? Like it was just like a little, almost like a thong.
I don't know.
I remember that one.
But I think we did,
really
but we thought that's not safe for Facebook, so I think maybe we changed
we made it more modest.
Yeah.
We really need to get the LGBT Virgin Mary on a shirt. Like I really want that.
I will. I know there's many things we need to do. Many things. And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy of Why There's Not. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free, it's not even promotion, it's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.